What's up, my beautiful people? I hope it's an absolutely incredible day wherever you are today in the world. My name is Avree Chanel, and allow me to be the first to officially welcome you to AvreeLand. Hello everybody. First, let me just start off by saying thank you so very much for watching this video. It really does mean the world to me. And I just wanted to hop on here today and explain a little bit about who I am, in case I am a stranger to you, you've never heard the name Avree Chanel in your entire life, what you can expect from this channel, why you should ultimately subscribe to this channel, and what led me to the decision that I needed to create a YouTube channel in the first place. So in order to even understand all that, you have to understand my story, and in order to understand my story, we have to go all the way back to a small town south of Denver, Colorado, where I was born. So this town where I was born is the textbook definition of a small town. Everybody kind of knows what's going on with everybody. It's very suburban, lacks a lot of diversity, just a quiet place to settle down and raise a family. And it's honestly quite funny that my parents chose this particular town to raise my sister and I, because their lives before were the opposite of small town suburban. My father was a professional athlete. He played with the Colorado Rapids for 10 years, and my mother was working as a model at the time and was kind of living it up in the Hollywood fast lane. And don't worry, I'll have you guys meet them in future videos and we can talk a lot more about their crazy life stories. But it's interesting that that is where they chose to raise my sister and I, because their lives before, like I said, were the complete paradox of a small town. But nevertheless, that's where I was born and raised, and my sister and I had this perfect, fairy tale, amazing, beautiful, wonderful childhood. We grew up on a cul-de-sac, we met our best friends there. It was just absolutely amazing, beautiful, and wonderful. Until around my junior year of high school. Now, my junior year of high school is when a lot of changes started going on in my world. I had grown up an athlete, obviously following in my father's footsteps, and my junior year of high school is when I actually committed to play Division I college soccer at the University of New Mexico. So this was a very big moment in my life, because I was taking the step to secure a future, a college education. I had my next 5 years completely set up, and I decided what I wanted to do with my world. And this is when things started to get really, really crazy. At the same time, I was also involved in an incredibly controversial relationship. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this sounds really, really odd, and do not worry, because I promise to film little storytime videos about this time in my life, because let me tell you, and believe me when I say this, it was absolutely crazy, absolute madness for a year and a half in my life at that time. And so don't worry, I will come back and explain what I mean in a future video by a controversial relationship and all that good juicy stuff. But to not give so much away right now, what you need to know is that I was in a very, very interesting, strange relationship, which ultimately left me physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally drained and exhausted, which made me really take a step back, look at my existence, and determine what I wanted to do with my life. I needed to self-reflect, because the path I was on and the path I was going down was absolutely not for me. It was not my life path. So here is where it continues to get even crazier. After that little period of self-reflection, I decided to walk away completely from my college athletic scholarship, forego a college education, and I walked away from my perfectly planned future. I decided that I didn't want to be a college athlete. I didn't even want to be an athlete at all. So I shut that door in my life. Now, imagine something being the biggest, most core part of your existence for 13 years and you suddenly decide that you don't want to do it anymore and it's no longer part of your world. You know, it doesn't take a genius to, realize how absolutely lost I was. I was completely, utterly lost. I did not know what the hell I was going to do with myself, with my life. I had an inkling of an idea. I just knew that I didn't want to be a college athlete. I didn't want to be an athlete, and I had a bigger dream for myself. Now, another thing that you're going to hear me talk a lot about on this channel is the fact that I am a firm believer that coincidences do not exist. And this is a big reason why, because at the same time, two things just happened to take place. Number one, I started to film Facebook Live videos. Now, if you're not familiar with Facebook as a platform or what a Facebook Live video is, essentially, it's a video like this where I'm speaking to a camera, but it's interactive, so I can read what they're saying and then reply back to them in real time. So something inside me decided to start making these videos to document this crazy journey that I was on. And I would get on camera and I would talk like this. I would do little question and answer sessions. I would bring my family on. I brought my dad on all the time, my sister on all the time. They loved my sister and my dad. And sometimes I would have mental breakdowns on camera. But what I discovered is that, these videos were getting some traction. People were watching these videos and they were listening to what I had to say. Even though I was a 17-year-old kid who didn't know anything about life, people were sitting and they were watching and listening to me. And it made me understand that I had a strange love for being in front of a camera. Now, I say coincidentally, but like I said, I'm a firm believer that coincidences do not exist. Because at the same time, my mother was contacted from somebody she knew in her past. Now, this person had heard about our story, had seen one or two of my live videos, and was a reality television producer in Los Angeles. Now, as you get to know more of my story, especially at that time in my life, and know more about me and my family, you'll begin to understand why we were literally the perfect candidates for a crazy reality television show. And as we got, deeper and deeper in talks with production, it started opening my eyes up to the entertainment industry and Hollywood and television and the production side of things. Now, I'll never forget the day this particular idea hit me, because it changed the trajectory of my existence forever. I was sitting at a Mexican restaurant with my family, and I blurted out of the blue, I said, I think I want to be an actress. And they kind of looked at me like, huh? What? And I said, no, I want to be an actress. I want to be in the entertainment industry. I want to be in front of a camera, and I want to try to be an actress. Well, this obviously threw a little bit of a kink into our reality television plans, because I wanted to go a different route and try to enter the industry in a different way. But I don't know why, but something told me that I needed to try my hand at acting. So here's where my story truly begins. At that moment, I decided that I was going to take extra online courses on top of school, and I was going to graduate high school early. So that I did. I graduated high school early, I turned 18, and by myself, I moved out to Los Angeles, California to try my hand at pursuing this crazy dream of mine. That was about a year and a half ago. And let me tell you, since then, things have only gotten crazier. Surprisingly enough, just when I thought they couldn't get any more crazy, I moved to Hollywoodland, and obviously things got way more crazy. So today I am living in West Hollywood. I live with my sister Aubrey, who moved to Hollywood at 17, so that's even crazier than what I did, because at least I was a legal adult. She was an absolute baby. But we are both on this dream chasing journey together in order to, turn our ambitions into a tangible reality. And now today I kind of swerve through several different lanes of the entertainment industry. I act, I model, I'm writing my own book, which I am so happy and thrilled about. And not only do I want to share my story with the world, but I want to document the highs and the lows of the journey, show that it's absolutely not all glitz and glam, it's not all Hollywood happiness. In fact, a lot of times it's anything but, and I want to, provide transparent, tangible guidance and advice that people can take and apply into their own reality. This is the type of information that I crave to find and I crave to watch before I moved out here, but I couldn't find it. I mean, granted, there's a lot of, moving videos and how to survive without your family and all that good stuff, but I want to provide realistic advice that could genuinely help people, because if I'm helping one person with this channel, that means I'm doing something right and I'm doing my job. I want to not only talk about living in LA and all the beautiful debauchery that comes with that, but how to chase your dream, why you should chase your dream, managing being alone for the first time, how to survive living alone for the first time, how to survive without your parents, how to navigate these first few years in the real world, how to become the best version of yourself when you feel like shit, how to handle not fitting in, how to handle controversy, all this crazy stuff that I have gathered knowledge on at some point in my journey. I want to share with you to help you. So ultimately you can learn from me, you can learn from my mistakes, and it can be applied to your life. The biggest thing that I want people to get from my channel is why life is too short to not absolutely go for it, whatever it may be in your world. In saying that, there is another very big part of my channel, perhaps the biggest part of my channel, that I have yet to discuss. Now, those who know me, they know that the number one reason that I started this crazy journey in the first place is to use the entertainment industry to acquire a name and a platform so I can help, heal, and impact as many people as possible that I can in this lifetime. I want to eventually run my own foundation, the Love Always Foundation, but what I'm learning now is that I cannot wait until I have this crazy big name and platform to put good into the world. And don't get me wrong, I understand that having that platform will help massively, and I pray every night for God to expedite the arrival of that glorious time in my life, but I don't need it ultimately to start to change the world. That starts today, and that starts with this channel. So in saying that, I have done a lot of humanitarian and volunteer work in my time, and what I've decided that I would like to do is for every 1,000 subscribers, now this number may change, it's not set in stone, but for right now it's every 1,000 subscribers, I would like to film and make a video of me doing something to put good into the world, whether it's collaborating and teaming up with a organization or a foundation, or just simple random acts of kindness. I would like to film myself doing this, make a video, and help share the magic of putting good into the world, because it is this beautiful magic that I want to bring as much awareness as possible to. So by subscribing to my channel, you are doing your part today and helping put good back into the world. So please subscribe so we can help get that process started as soon as possible. To sum it all up, if something intrigued you about me or my family or my story, or you want to hear about life in LA or how to chase your dreams or how to navigate these first crazy years of adulthood or finding who you are in this world, then I think that we will get along famously, and you should subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to like, comment a video that you want to see me do, DM me on Instagram, email my business email, whatever you please. I will do my best to get back to you and to provide you guys with the videos that you would like to see. I am so excited for this journey. I am so beyond grateful for all of you. And in case nobody has told you this today, I love you and I am rooting for you and your dreams. And I guess to start it all off, in the words of Guns N' Roses, welcome to the jungle, baby.